Hi there, Graham here. Welcome to my how to blog tutorial. This tutorial is going to show you everything that you need to build your very own blog site from scratch. Before we start, I just want to say that I have limited time to do this tutorial, so I'm going to go quite quickly. If you do need any support, you'll find that on howtoblog.co.za. Hit tutorial up at the top and you'll get a page that looks something like this. It is evolving, so just leave a comment at the bottom of that page if you need to get hold of me, or you need me to follow up, or if you need any help whatsoever. I'll be glad to help you. Okay, before we start, there are a couple of things you are going to need to get. First thing, you will need a domain. So I'm using one of my spare domains. It's called fantasyebook.co.za, and that is my hosting page's landing page that comes up on a brand new domain. If you guys don't have domains, or if you don't know where to get domains, please leave a note for me in that comments box on this page. Just tell me that you're looking for a domain. I will contact you very shortly and get you set up. My domains, my hosting is incredibly cheap. I really have got a great service for you there for building blog sites and that. Not a lot of money to spend to have your own domain. Then we're going to need a program called FileZilla. It's FileZilla. You type that in Google. The first website that comes up is a page that looks like this. Just go through the details on here. Just make sure you're downloading the right one for your operating system. Download it, install it, and get that ready on your machine. We'll cover what to do with this a bit later. Then you will need WordPress. That's wordpress.org. This is the content management system that your website's going to run on. Look for the little blue button here that says download WordPress. That'll be the latest version. Click on that and you'll get a zip folder with your WordPress files in it. That zip folder I have put on my desktop. There it is there. We're going to use that in a few seconds. Okay, so let's get back to building our website. I take it that you've got FileZilla ready to rock and roll, so let's open that. FileZilla looks something like this. If it's slightly different in appearance, you can drag these bars around and adjust things to make it a little bit more user-friendly for yourself. And obviously I'm using a Mac, so if your Windows version looks slightly different to this, I know that they work exactly the same way. So what this program does is this allows you to connect to your server online and upload files from your computer to your website. So obviously that's very important, and we're going to need to be doing that to put stuff on your domain. So like I said earlier, I put WordPress on my desktop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to extract it, and I extracted it into this folder here. And now we need to connect to our server. So to do that, you open FileZilla, go to File, go to, let's just do that, sorry, go to Site Manager, click on New Site. Then you'll get an option to name the new site. I took to save a bit of time, I've already filled in this information. Then on your right hand side, this is the FTP details for your domain. You'll need to get this information from your host. I've never met a host who's unable to help you with this, so just call your host, tell him that you want to connect with FileZilla to your website, and he'll tell you everything that you need. If you're hosting with me, all you need is your domain name, your username, and your FTP password. You don't need the port or anything like that. It just works perfectly. When you switch FileZilla on for the first time, in this box here it normally says anonymous. Just click normal because you want a normal login, and then hit connect. What you can see in the top right hand corner is FileZilla getting online, finding your server and connecting to it. Once that's done, you'll have a block here that says remote site. If you open the files in that remote site, this is what is on your server right now. We are interested in the public HTML folder. If you're using a different host, that could be HTTP docs, but in this case it's public HTML. And underneath that box, this is the files inside that folder. So if I go users, you'll see this one will change, and that's the information in the users bin folder. So we want an empty public HTML folder. So if you can see here, I've got an index.htm page in my folder. That page is actually this page here. Obviously we don't want this page to appear to our millions of visitors to our blog site. So all you do is right click on that and delete it, just to check that you've done the right thing and you're operating in the right place. Refresh that screen and you will see now that your domain is empty, your server is empty, and it's ready to put your website on. A couple of things about this. Your domain, it's a good thing to have Apache. You're also going to need to have a MySQL database. So just make sure that your domain is able to read PHP and it's able to you're able to set up your own database on there. Those are just a couple of the requirements that you have for WordPress. Alright, so let's install our website. So what I've done is I've unzipped WordPress, put it in a folder, and that's what that folder looks like. So you should be able to open the folder and have a whole bunch of files that look something like that. Very easy. Make sure that you have public HTML selected. Make sure that the box underneath that is empty, and all you need to do is drag all of those files into your public HTML folder. So what you can see now is my public HTML folder is starting to fill up with the WordPress files from my desktop. If you look at the bottom, there's 750 odd files in WordPress, so this is going to take a bit of time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this video, make a cup of coffee. This is a time point in the exercise where you guys go and make your cup of coffee, and then I will see you in a few minutes time. Okay, welcome back. So now we've given FileZilla a chance to do what it needs to do. I just want to confirm and let you guys check exactly what you've done and make sure that everything's right. You'll see now that obviously there's no movement. At the bottom of your screen you'll see there's queued files, there's no queued files, there are no failed transfers, and successful transfers. 756 files were successfully uploaded to the server. If you've done that and you did that all while the public HTML folder was selected, you have done things perfectly. So let's take a look at our domain now. If you refresh it or open it for the first time, you will see a page like this. This is WordPress telling you that there's a problem of some kind. I wouldn't worry about that at all. Basically what this means is it means that WordPress hasn't got a config file which allows it to connect to your database. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set up a database on your server, and then we'll come back and sort this out. So you're going to need to log into your account with your host. You'll get this information from your host. If you're hosting with me, the domain is myaccount.hetzner.co.za. You'll put your domain name in here and your password, and you will log in. If you're using cPanel, it works pretty much the same way. Get the domain name from your host, get the login details, and you'll get a nice dashboard that'll show you, which is very easy to navigate. You're going to look for the Manage MySQL button on that thing and just click on that to get into where we're going to go here. If you're with Plesk, I didn't enjoy Plesk. I thought it was an absolute mission to work with, but if you're with Plesk, you're going to have to just search around and look for Manage Services, Manage MySQL. So as you can see, Hetzner, this hosting package of mine is very simple and very clean and very easy to use. We obviously need to add a database. The nice thing about this is it auto fills everything for you, so you simply just need to click. So here's your database details. These are the details that we're going to need to put into WordPress. So we need a database name, we need the username, and we need the password. So I'm going to go ahead and create the database. That's the database created. Now we're ready to install WordPress. So what we're going to do, instead of going into FileZilla and manually creating a configuration file, WordPress has got the ability to do that for us. This saves a huge amount of time, so just maybe read through this. Basically it's asking you for the following information. You need your database name, your username, your password, and your host, and a table prefix. So let's go and install. Like I said earlier, here's the information that we're going to need. Our database name is that, so let's just copy that, place it in there. login is that. Our password is that. And the database host, if you're hosting with me, it's actually the domain name. So let's just copy that in there and make sure that there's no HTTP, no trailing / Regarding the table prefix, for your first WordPress installation, you definitely don't need to do anything there. Just hit submit. Give it a second to do what it does. Alright, Sparky, you've made it through this part of the installation. WordPress can now communicate with your database. If you are ready, time now to run the install. Let's do it. Okay, information needed. The title of the site. You can call this whatever you want. Let's not spell too badly. I like to put my name in there as the administrator. You can obviously choose whatever you like to do. Put a password in here. And your email account. I'll do graham@createawebsitewell.com and install WordPress. WordPress has installed. Were you expecting more steps? Sorry to disappoint. You get the impression that WordPress are quite confident that you're going to be happy with what comes after this page. Just to let you know that WordPress is by far the most widely used blogging platform. It's incredibly successful, it's incredibly easy to use, and it's just really a great thing to build your website with. Now I'm just logging in. Obviously that's all self-explanatory, and now I have the dashboard to my brand new website. If you see this, you have just become a web developer. You have successfully built your first website. If you would like to see the front page of it, just remember that the WP admin at the back of your domain name is to get to the dashboard. That's where you're going to manage things. And if you open your website, you should have something that looks like that. Congratulations, you have just built a website. I just want to remind you a bit about some of the products that I have to help you with your website. If you want to customize these images or add your logo or create a logo or do anything to make your templates look pretty, you drop me an email on that support page. Just drop me a line here, say you want to get hold of me. I'll send you my phone number or whatever the case may be, and you can get hold of me. I also host websites, and I have two brilliant packages for hosting blog sites in specific. If you want to put a .co.za domain together and have me host it for you, it's going to cost you less than $1,000 for a year. That's with registration. I think that's a fantastic price. So just drop me a comment on our support page, and I'll get back to you regarding that. In fact, I'm going to put my email address at the bottom of that page, so you can drop me an email. That'll go straight to my inbox. I think that's about it for time. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. You might want to go and have a look at your posts and your pages. That's your post, and the page looks like that. So your information and your content are going to be found on posts over here and pages over here. It's all very self-explanatory. If you are battling to put content on your website, just like I said, go to this website here, go to my blog, drop me a comment. I'll put my email address here in the next 10 minutes. Drop me an email, say, hey Graham, I'm looking for help. I will contact you with as quickly as I can. I really want to help you guys succeed. Once again, thank you for spending this time with me. If you know anybody else who might be interested in this video, please send it through, pass on the link to them, this link. Also, it would be great to hear of your success, so please come and visit my website and drop some comments in this box and let me know how you're doing. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.